Most people live life completely dependent on what they can see with their physical eyes. But there is an entire world that's all around you that can only be seen with your spiritual eyes. For example, did you know that all lands have guardians? Today, I am sharing 2 stories from encounters with these guardians. One was a complete novice, and the others were seasoned warriors. 8:30 a.m., Wednesday, August 20th. Clusters of deep purple berries hang heavily on the elderberry branches, weighing them down. I pick up a bunch to cut, and I see the praying mantis. Gently, I release that cluster and turn up another one. No praying mantis. Snip! And into the brown bag it goes. After picking the berries and stashing them in the freezer, I return to my yard and stand in front of the large elderberry. The wet grass feels nice and cool on my feet. Eyes closed, I say a prayer, declaring my identity as a disciple of Christ and my intention to talk with the bush. I ask the spirit if there is a particular question I should ask the elderberry. Quietly I hear, "Ask it why it's here." Suddenly, a lanky young man pushes my shoulders and I step back. "Why are you here?" He pushes again, and again I take a step back. I calmly observe him and mentally note that it is time for me to express my power in this situation. An older woman, obviously able to discern my intent, is dressed in a long white robe, and she steps in front of me, pushing him aside. "Please forgive my son. He is still new to this guardian thing." She speaks quickly and apologetically. I just smile at the woman. Her son sulks and gives me a disapproving look, eyebrows furrowed, as he walks away. His mother and I have a pleasant conversation. I learn that she is the guardian of this space and helping her son to become one, which includes many blocks in my neighborhood. She asks me to keep my yard a little bit more tidy by mowing more often. The yard has been looking overgrown quite often this summer, I must admit. We've had a lot of rain, and I have given myself additional work by starting a new 10 by 20 foot bed. It's currently overflowing with flowers and hazelnut bushes, nestled against another 15 by 20 foot area, already full of flowers, herbs, strawberries, and a new peach tree. "Thank you for guarding this space," I tell her. She's a little taken aback. No one's ever thanked me for being a guardian. I turn my attention back to the elderberry. Only 3 years old, it is 7 feet tall, flanked by 2 younger elderberry bushes and a small European elderberry. I pose the question I was given. "Why are you here?" The answer comes, immediately and quietly, "To protect you." A male warrior steps forward, formidable, but not a threat to me. He stands about 6'5", wearing full armor and holding an axe on a staff as tall as he is. I can tell by his demeanor that he is wise. I notice now that the spirit world around me has become quite busy. People are gathering to watch our interaction and to talk with me. The warrior comes and stands directly in front of me, gently placing his left hand on my shoulder. It feels lighter and softer than I anticipated, given his size. "You must eat less fruit and stop eating wheat and so much meat," he says. "There are many who seek to destroy you, and this will make you stronger." I have been given these instructions about wheat and meat before. In this case, wheat is both literal and figurative, and meat is figurative. I clarify this with the warrior, and he confirms my understanding. "Stop eating from the teachings of men. This is what it means from the wheat and the meat." The warrior adds, "Remember who you are as a warrior of light and love, and come directly to Christ. He will give you what you need." My attention then turns to all of those gathered around us. They are excited to see me, and I sense that there are other warriors around me, keeping these spirits at a distance and keeping them organized. "Please share our stories," one says as she pops her head up to be seen. Feeling excited and lighthearted, I laugh at the goodness of this experience. Okay, I suppose it is time for me to start getting up earlier again. Earlier means around 3:30, which is when I usually meet with spirits to gather their stories. The crowd chatters with excitement. The warrior, his hand back at his side, smiles too. You are doing very well. Do not worry about them. You will get to things in time. Satisfied with my conversation, I open my eyes and walk through the wet grass back to the house. All lands and all spaces have guardians. You, too, have guardians and helpers. All people do. The vast majority have no idea, of course, that they have these things, but they do exist. Christ is the true light and the way that guards our path as we journey through the darkness that is human existence and our time here on earth. But there are many who serve Christ and who are of Him in the spirit world who also assist us. My next encounter started off a bit more threatening than that of a lanky young man. 7:30 a.m., Tuesday, July 7th. I'm at my dad's home in rural Wisconsin. Sitting on 35 acres of land, it will soon have a new owner. I'm here to help him pack and take some things back to our house. But I realize that in all of my visits, I've never actually talked with the land. So this morning, I head down the asphalt driveway toward the road. There's a small hill to my left that goes up into the woods, and it's full of various wild bushes, some flowers and weeds. To my right is his lawn, which has been intentionally cared for. There's a large raised bed and 5 apple trees. As I continue to walk, the asphalt turns to gravel, crunching beneath my feet, as I follow the driveway as it bears left. Through scattered trees, I can see the main road on my right. And across from that, there's a large cornfield in a beautiful green valley. I stop on the driveway, halfway down to the bottom to this main road, and turn to my left to face the now very steep hill. After I pray, 2 guardians appear. They are fierce-looking and dressed in armor. Wearing breastplates and carrying clubs, they are tall and broad, tall as in 10 feet tall and gruff. They acknowledge me and turn to walk away. Wait, I call to the one closest to me. Tell me your story. How did you get to be the guardians of this land? He turns toward me like he's going to attack, so I shine my light. Seeing my light, he gets teary with gratitude, for he is weary. It is time, he says. You are gathering. Yes, I am gathering, I confirm. Instead of attacking, he comes and sits cross-legged in front of me. As he begins, I see the image unfold. Years ago, there was fighting here on this land. They wanted to use it for development and other purposes. That must not be. This land is sacred and is for the animals. He stands up and looks at me intently. Go. This place is full of darkness. There is much that seeks to attack. He turns toward his companion, who is beckoning to him that they need to go, and I can see how weary he is as well. Wait, I say again. I speak a blessing on them to strengthen them in their work, and they head off. This truly is a time of gathering, as the warrior said. We are in the last dispensation of the fullness of times, and Jesus is gathering and calling all who will listen to come into his fold. The world is getting darker. That's been happening for a while, but it's quite obvious now as you look around and see all the things that are happening. But that darkness is always accompanied by even more light. So will you invite and allow more light into your own life? Will you help create a space, a place that is inviting and sacred wherever you may be? If you're not sure where to start, or if the task feels overwhelming, the perfect place to start is with your own heart. Increase your relationship with your Savior. Expand your relationship with Jesus. This will help your heart become the perfect place for more and more light. Next time, we are going to talk about an evil guardian in a pine grove and how the light still managed to be present.